In today's video, we're taking fluid acrylic paint, Epsom salt, and a whole lot of bling to create one fantastic piece of art. And after that, I'll be naming the 3 winners for the Secret Santa giveaway. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another video. So I hope you all enjoyed your holiday. We have one more to go, and then we'll be moving on to 2025. So today's video is going to be something special. I have this beautiful wood cross here that I painted the sides in white. And I'm going to take some acrylic paint, do a little bit of fluid art on it, and then I'm really going to transform it into a magical, crystallized, heavenly piece of art. So let's start off with the paints. First, I have a white, a gold, a red, and a deep red. And I also have a pearl white. I haven't done anything special to the wood. I just painted the sides with white acrylic paint. The paints that I'm pouring on to this piece of wood are all thinned down with American Floetrol and water. The exact measurements are 1 part paint to 3 parts American Floetrol, and then I slowly added water until the paint started flowing freely off the stick, leaving a little mound on the surface of the cup. So I had put down the titanium white, and then I added this pearl white just to I didn't want a full white background, and I didn't want a full white pearl background. So I used a little bit of both. I thought that would blend nicely together. If you want to do this project and don't want to thin down your own paints, you can always use pre-mixed pouring paints that they sell at the craft stores. So I do have the winners' names for the Secret Santa giveaways. I will be announcing them coming up soon here. And I just want to tell you, I had so much fun with this. I think starting next year, once a month, I'm going to start doing some giveaways because they are fun. And it's been a while. So yeah, I look forward to doing that. Stay tuned for more information. So this here is a cadmium red deep hue. I wanted to put that around the outer edge along with some of the lighter red, and then kind of blend everything together. And you'll see as we go along here. Here's the 24 karat gold. By the way, all of the paints that I'm using are Amsterdam brand, except for this gold. It is Deco Art 24 karat gold. Kind of just, placing them randomly all around the cross. There's no rhyme or reason, just, put down some color. Now here is the Pyrrole red that I'm going to put right in front of the deep red. And I'm going to kind of just blow those edges inwards first, just so I don't lose a lot of that red color because it is around the outer edge. And then I'll come back with the blow dryer and blow everything outwards. And you'll see this, of course. So here we go. Again, I just want to blow inwards around the whole outer area and then blow outwards to blend everything together. Coming up next week, I have a brand new technique I'm excited to show you. I hope you guys tune in for that. Make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are set to the word all. You're not going to want to miss this one. So I'm going to let you just watch this part, and I will be back in a minute. Look at this beauty. Yes, I got some pink, but that's okay. With the pink and the pop of deep red, it is just beautiful. But as you know, I'm never happy with just beautiful. We're going to take this up a notch with some Epsom salt and a whole lot of bling, and I'm going to show you how to do that next. So you're going to let your design dry for at least 1 week. Here we are, 1 week later. It dried beautifully. The cells are beautiful. The colors are beautiful. I love it. But as you can see in the center, I've gone ahead with a pencil and sketched out an area I want to alter. I have a vision in my head, and I think it's going to look really good. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to take some 3D liner. I get this at Blick, but you can order it on Amazon. I'll be sure to put it down in the description below with the other products I use today. It's made by Pebeo. It's called Cerne Relief. And basically, it's a 3D paste that will dry into this beautiful gold barrier. So I'm outlining my pencil marks that I created. For this section, I want to quarantine off from the rest of the piece of art. You can also do this with a really thick acrylic paint. You could put some in a, like a little squeeze bottle and just pipe out a barrier. You just got to make sure it dries. You got to let it sit a little bit longer. This stuff dries in about an hour. Acrylic paint could take a few days, so just be aware of that. But you can use acrylic paint. Once I put that down and it was dried, I took some titanium white heavy body paint by Liquitex and whited out that entire area. This will be the area that we crystallize. How are we going to crystallize? Well, let me show you. We're going to take some Epsom salt, unscented Epsom salt, add it to the cup. How much? Well, that depends on how big of an area that you need to cover. But here's the thing. If you don't use it all, there's something else that you could do with it, and I'm going to show you that too. This is some vase filler, little tiny, tiny diamonds. Add something like that into the mixture. And then you can also add in things like glitter glass. I have these jumbo glitter shards that I got off Amazon. I'll put the link for those in the description. All of this is going to add dimension. It's going to add sparkle. Here is some beautiful glitter that I'm going to add 4 capfuls to my cup. And I'm just making like a potion of crystals. It's so fun. Epsom salt is a great substitute for crushed stone. It gives a really unique look. It doesn't look like stone. It actually looks like crystal, like the inside of a geode. So I love using it. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix that concoction together. You can use 2 cups like I am here, just pouring them back and forth in between the 2 cups. Or you could get your stick in there and start mixing around. My cup was kind of full, so I had to pour a little bit of this out. But as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. Also, this right here, they sell at Hobby Lobby, not the geode here, but that little container of bling. That's actually nail art, like little rhinestones for nails, but they don't really have a back to them. So they're like these little chips of crystal. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Little chips of AB crystal, which is holographic. So I have that, and I'm going to add that on after. I did not add that to the cup mixture, just so we're clear. And I bought that at Hobby Lobby. I will put all of this in the description for you. Once you mixed up your crystals, you're going to take some resin. I use KS Liquid Art resin. It's a very good quality resin. And just pour some over the surface to begin with, the surface of the crystals, and mix it up and slowly add it to the cup until they're all coated. You don't want them floating in resin. You just want a sticky mixture of crystals. That little hunk of rock that has the little spikes sticking out of it, my little geode piece, I actually bought that at a gem show. It is so beautiful. But what I did was I put a little tiny bit of resin on the board and rubbed it out with my finger, as you just saw, and laid that on top of it. The next thing I did before adding my crystals to that white area was I got my resin and poured it on the other areas of the cross, because you do not want to leave resin sitting in a cup while you work on that crystal area. It will start to overheat. So always pour out the majority of your resin. If you're doing a project like this, do the other areas first before you start working on that center, okay? Because again, that resin will heat up if you leave a large quantity of it in one place for a prolonged time. So I just poured out onto the cross area and spread it out with my gloved hand. Make sure that you get it coated good, and then just rub down the sides with your resin hand, and it will glide along nicely and really, coat everything well for you. Once you do that to the outer areas, now's when you come back in with your Epsom salt crystal cluster mixture. Say that 10 times fast. And start applying it to that whited out area that you made. You don't want it to be evenly dispersed. You want it to be different heights in different areas. That will make it look more natural, because if you crack open a geode, it's not just flat inside. It's, hills of little crystals. It's like divots. It's little, valleys. So you want to kind of make it look bumpy in that center, if that makes sense. Once you're done, if you have any left over, put it on a nonstick surface like I am here and form little geode clusters. Let it cure overnight, and then you could peel it right off your nonstick surface, and you'll have these cute little geode nuggets that you can use in for future projects, so you're not wasting it. So here's the little nail art bling with some of that glitter glass and a little more of the vase filler diamonds, and I'm just sprinkling them on top. I'm just going to cover that whole area again, because the thing is that when you use resin to mix up your crystal mixture, you will see some of those things that you add in. But things like the glitter glass and the little vase fillers, they get lost in the resin because it kind of just makes them look bumpy. So in that aspect, when we add it into the cup, we're using them more for texture. When you sprinkle it on top, though, at the end, that's where you're going to get most of your sparkle. So while that sits, we're done. I'm going to show you something. It's Secret Santa time. I still never showed you my Christmas tree this year. So here we go. This I made. That is a wicker tree skirt that I bought, and I decorated with the coral and all of these, the starfish and the seahorses. Here are some of my beautiful ornaments. Some I made, some I bought. Can you guess what the theme of my tree was this year? If you guessed under the sea, you would be correct. Here it is. I absolutely loved it. I cannot wait for you to see the topper I made. And I had such a good time with this tree. I wanted to show you it last week, but just ran out of time and didn't have a video. So here we are. I had a lot of fun with this this tree. And it's a tribute to my new fish tank that I had gotten this year. So I thank you guys so much for this year. You have all been fantastic. I just am so blessed. I'm grateful for all the support. I'm grateful for the donations, the super thanks people send in, just all of it, your views, everything. And I wish you nothing but the very, very best in 2025. So, these little ornaments are filled with sand and shells. I made those. And as I said, that little tree skirt, the decoration I made. And I also made this topper that I'm so very proud of. I put some fake seaweed, some floral picks that look like bubbles for the water. I glued some starfish together. I think there was maybe 3 or 4 of them. Some pretty shells up in there. It's very hard to see, but I just love this tree. Let me know what you think in the comments. But now it's time for Secret Santa. I used a comment picker app that YouTube allows, and I chose 3 names. First name pulled was the winner for the $100 gift card to Amazon, and that person's name is Sabrina87694. Congratulations. The second winner for the 12 by 16 custom painting is Susan B. G9V. Congratulations. And finally, the third place winner, which was for a 32-piece set of pouring paints, goes to Carol Potter 531. Congratulations to all the winners, and I thank you all for participating. If you want a prize, please email me artbytammy@yahoo.com. All right, back to the show. Let's see the final results. This turned out so absolutely beautiful. It's heavenly. It's celestial. It's just so, so pretty. I'm sorry, some things really get me excited. This is one of them. So, as you can see, the beautiful resin surface brought all of those pretty colors to life, especially the gold and the pearl white. Very hard to see indoors, especially today. It's pouring outside. So I'm doing my very best to show you the sparkle and the glitter, and it's just absolutely heavenly. So there's that top layer I poured on right at the end to just make sure it had a lot more sparkle in it. And there's the little geode piece in the corner. I absolutely love this. I really do. And I hope you did too. And I hope it inspires you. Go to Hobby Lobby, pick up a cross, and do one. Here's that little nugget I put on my table. Peeled it right up. And now I can use that in the future, for a different art project if I want to. You don't have to just throw the extra away. That's my point. So now I have the lights off and I got a little bit of flash on there just to show you. Again, I apologize. It's so hard, especially when I have windows all around and it's so dark outside. So it's really hard to light up the place. But anyway, the shimmer of the 24 karat gold and the pearl white against that deep red and the light red, light pink, whatever color you want to call it. Absolutely stunning. If you're interested in this piece, it is for sale. You can send me an email, artbytammy@yahoo.com. I will put the dimensions on the screen for you. And yeah, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. I want to take a moment to say Happy New Year's to all of you, and make sure that you are safe during the holiday. I wish you all the best this upcoming year. I love you all, of course. Thank you again for your support of this channel. And be sure to check out the description for all the information on ways to follow me. Join our Facebook group, United We Pour Fluid Art Group. Links for products down there. You can shop using my Amazon link, and it's free. Doesn't cost you anything, but what it does is it helps this channel buy supplies for future videos. And yeah, make sure you come back next week to see that new technique. And I think you're going to like it a lot. I love you all. Thank you so, so very much for joining me. And until the next one, next Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Happy New Year's and happy pouring.